I flung up from the bed, sweat dripping from my face from screaming from my dream. Where am I? I jumped out of the velvet bed, my eye catching a note on a hand mirror that read, "The final clue is just around the corner. Be careful." Suddenly, a knock on the door made me drop the mirror. The mirror's shattered pieces on the floor seemed to sink under the carpet. Illusion. "Megan, wake up!" I shot up screaming. "Megan, it's just me." I stared at my sister, her wide eyes on me. "Sorry, Nina, it's just the dream," I said. "It's okay. Mom told me to tell you that we're going hiking today, so get ready." "Okay, I'll be ready in a second," I told her. She got up and left me alone. Ever since we started this vacation at the mountains, I have been having dreams. Last night, in my dream, I was trapped in a room and a voice spoke all around me. "The rising of illusions is coming, is coming, is coming." The voices grew louder and louder till I could not even hear my own scream. And that was when I woke up. I quickly threw on my clothes and greeted my sister and Mom outside. We hiked up a rocky mountain in silence until Mom said, "Megan, have you seen who the people look like in your dreams?" I was stunned at first that my mom knew about the dreams, but then I realized that Nina must have told her. "No, not really. 2 nights ago I do remember a red-haired girl with bloodshot eyes in a gown staring at me. I got a cold chill when my mother muttered something I could barely catch. Illusion." Unexpectedly, my mother grabbed our hands and shot down the hill. "Mom, what's wrong?" I said, trying not to stumble. "We have to leave, now." She sounded as if she were panicking. Suddenly, everything went dark, and Mom and Nina were gone. I felt like I was back in my dream, only this time it was different. A tall man stood in front of me and said, "I've come to warn you." "About what? Where am I?" I asked, still in shock at my mother's abrupt panicking. "You, Nina, and your mother might die, for illusion sickness has plagued your mind. That is your first clue." Suddenly my eyes opened to see me lying on the rocks. I got up to see both my mom and my sis lying on the ground. Illusion sickness. I realized that I must have been the first to get plagued, and it must have spread to my mother and Nina. I placed my hand on Nina to wake her up. Suddenly I noticed that again Nina and my mother were gone. A gloomy night was above me, and I was standing in a long street that stretched for as far as I could see. The midnight silence was shattered when I heard Nina scream. "Nina!" I screamed. I ran as fast as I could, following the screaming noise, when I bumped into Nina's head. "Megan, run!" We both shot down the road. I looked behind me to see what we were running from. Behind me was a man wearing a hockey mask. I looked closer to see he had a chainsaw in his hand. The spinning blades I saw on the saw almost made me faint. Suddenly, a voice in my head said, "It's not real. If you let it frighten you for too long, you'll be trapped here forever. That is your second clue." I stopped running and shouted at Nina, "Nina, stop running!" "What?" she said in disbelief. "Trust me." Instantly she stopped. The thing approached. As the thing approached, it cackled evilly. The guy morphed into the familiar red-haired girl. "It's a pity to destroy you when you got this far, isn't it?" Suddenly she morphed into the snake-headed lady I know as Medusa. "Nina, close your eyes!" Too late. I turned to Nina, who seemed frozen in time. I turned around to see the red-haired girl staring at me. "What do you want?" I screeched at her. "Isn't it obvious?" she said. "I just want to have some fun," she said, smiling at me. "Who are you?" I said, glaring at her. "Well, you're gonna die anyway, so I might as well tell you. My name's Illusion." A cold chill ran down my spine. "I'm not afraid of you!" I screamed at her. "You will be. This is just the beginning," she said evilly. Suddenly, my eyes opened to see that I was back on the rocks. To be continued. Thank you for listening to E-Free Story. Would you like to hear another one?